Baddest girl you've seen in your life. Baddest girl you've seen in your life. Now, us as men, we say that often. But this one, she's right in there, you know. And, you start talking to her. And she's feeling you. And you ask her what she is. And she says, I'm Polynesian and Latina. For those that don't know about those two regions, that's like a girl saying she's half Hawaiian and half Puerto Rican. Or she's half Samoan and half Argentinian or Colombian. You wouldn't know what to do. Hey, how's it going? This is Augustus from Ask a Wise Guy, and I'm about to get wise with you. Now, fellas, this one, this one's gonna be a cold one. Before I even get started, man, I'm gonna just ask y'all a question, and I want y'all to ask yourselves a question. If you've ever been in this situation, or if you're in this situation, or if you think that you might be in this situation in the future. And the question is, should I hit that? or should I hit? Should I smash? Should I whatever? This one's gonna be a doozy. I hope y'all got your pen and pads, man. So here we go. So it's like this. Women, you know, for us men, there's a lot of things that we could live without, you know, and especially if you consider yourself to be a real man, you know. There's you know those guys that you know they think rompers are going to be a good fashion statement, you know. Yeah, I'm not talking about them. You know, if you think Taylor Swift is a good singer, you know, we're not talking about you. You know, this probably isn't for you. But on those other regards, you know, there's a lot of things that we could live without. But women, that's been at the top of the list of great temptations ever since the beginning of mankind, you know. And this is something that we deal with every day. I'm gonna put it to you like this. It's really there's not much ways around this. It's not much ways around this. If you don't understand women, you're not gonna know how to get away. You know, you're not gonna know how to get around this. You're not gonna know how to not be touched by drama, by the dumb stuff that they shoot our way, or just simply being strong in the midst of their beauty. You know, because you know I would like to be the first to say that women today, I don't think women have ever been as beautiful as they are today, ever, throughout all of history. And this is a big deal, man. If we don't bring the gentleman back, you know, and what I mean by that is I'll just put it like this real quickly. But you have a number of types of men out there. You know, you have your gentleman, you have your ladies' man, and then you have your womanizer. The player falls into the category of ladies' man. The husband and the nice guy, he fits into the category of gentleman. But the womanizer, he falls into the category, the pimp, he falls into the category of womanizer. And bad boy, the pimp and bad boy, they're womanizers. All right. I'm not gonna get too street with you guys, but I'll put it like this: you'll never get respect as a man for being a womanizer. See, a lot of us, we do what we do with women because we watch the movies and we take that in. We believe that that's what being a real man is, you know. And we deal with our women in the same way. But that's not what makes you a man. That's not what a real man is, you know. Even with some of the heroes that we love watching, that we love hearing about, Leonidas in the Great 300. Yeah, if you knew about their history before they did what they did against the Persians, you'll probably question their manhood too. See, so, but back to the women though, you know, women, they're more beautiful than ever. And us fellas, I gotta admit, you know, we do some valiant things every once in a while. We do some real respectable macho things every once in a while. But I'm losing respect for us, man. I'm really losing respect for us. The way that we're falling into these trends, the way that we're not standing up for ourselves. I'm really losing respect for us as men. And I think we need to bring that gentleman back. Because the bad guy, the bad boy, if you're not really G like that, and you try to come across as a bad boy, you're gonna get pushed against that wall every once in a while. But getting off of that, back to the women, alright? So I'll put it like this. With women being so beautiful today, it's very hard for us to have any control with our women. Now, if you're a player and you're hearing this, you're probably thinking, well, why should I have any control? Well, you're a player and that's what players do. So, good luck to you in that venture, But to those that they take women seriously and they do at some point in life want to slow down, this is a very good blueprint. And control, that's a very good asset to have. So even with women, especially with women, you serious? Especially with women. And see, there's going to be many situations in life that comes your way that's going to test your manhood, and your manhood will be on the line, and you would have to use your control to prove your manhood. See, I mean, it's like this. Imagine you walk into a store and you just got off the phone with your homie, right? And or you just spoke to one of your childhood friends, your homie, and he said, yeah, man, I met this new girl, man, this is it, man, this is gonna be it. You're like, oh man, that's what's up, man, happy to hear that. And later on, you end up going to the store and you meet this girl. Baddest girl you've seen in your life. Baddest girl you've seen in your life. Now, us as men, we say that often. But this one, she's right in there, And, you start talking to her. And she's feeling you. And you ask her what she is. And she says, I'm Polynesian and Latina. For those that don't know about those two regions, that's like a girl saying she's half Hawaiian and half Puerto Rican, or she's half Samoan and half Argentinian or Colombian. You wouldn't know what to do, except for on the inside you wouldn't know what to do, but you'll keep running your game. And as some time goes by, you end up finding out that that's your boy's girl. See, that's your homie's girl, and she hits you with that late night text. Should I hit that? See, and this is very dangerous, but it's very common. It happens every day, and a lot of strong relationships are broken up over these things. take it a step further. Say you got a homie, right? And you at his crib, and you playing basketball or whatever, you know, and you say, man, I forgot, I forgot a change of clothes or whatever, right? You say, I'm gonna run in this food closet right quick, I'm gonna get a shirt right quick, right? And you run in his room, right? And as you're running in, you see his girl get out the shower, and she's bad, you know, amazing body. She look like, you know, she look like, if this is your type, she looks like she's probably been in a couple of World Star videos, right? And you know, she's giving you that look. She sees you see her, and in Kevin Hart's words, she see you see her, you know, and she's not budging. She's cool with it. And if anything, she's kind of giving you a signal. Should I hit that? See, this is real life stuff. This stuff goes on very often, and we don't think about it because we're free. You know, we pretty much do what we want, but we don't realize sometimes how much desire we have in us. You know, and when you know what you want, there's this lion-like nature in you that says, I should be able to take what I want. How can I turn this down? There's got to be something for me to blame this mistake that I'm about to make on. But in the meantime, I'll figure that out after. I got to do this. I gotta do this. Ladies, do you know Cleopatra? I do. And I could bet you $100 that I could see her in you too. See, in the Return of Cleopatra, we're going to cover everything that you need to know in order to bring out that Cleopatra. See, what most don't know about Cleopatra is that she was the only queen that came from Greece, was a queen in Egypt and Rome. She was sexy, smart, and let's not forget, royal. See, most women today don't believe that they deserve to be treated like a queen. Some believe that they deserve more, and some simply just want something new. But in Cleopatra, we're going to figure out exactly what it is that you're looking for and how to get it. So make sure you subscribe and click on that beautiful yellow bell so that you know the second I drop something new. Can't wait to see you there. This is real, fellas. This is real. This is why if you ever read the scriptures, you know, see David I'll get into that later, but I'll speak on David. David was in the same situation. King David, our favorite character, the one that we love talking about. We love reading the Psalms. David did the same thing. One of his main generals in his army. And mind you, David had a thing with loyalty. David was one of the most loyal characters in the Bible. But one of his general's wives, right? Well, actually his general's wife, she was from, a lot of people believe that she was from Ethiopia, And she was on the top of this roof, bathing. And he seen her bathing on her roof, and needless to say, he liked what he saw. So he had one of his servants to go over there and to bring her to him. Long story short, he ended up hitting that and lay in today's terms, and he ends up having a kid with her. To hide the fact that he had a kid with her, or that she was pregnant, he tried to get his general, her husband, to sleep with her, but he wouldn't do it because he knew that he had war the next day, and he had to fight for his king, which slept with his wife, right? And he didn't know this, so he turned her down. So then King David, the one that we love so much, he had him murdered on the battlefield. Took his wife and raised this child with this man's wife. All because he didn't have control. A lot of y'all might be like, man, I'm more loyal than that. I wouldn't do nothing like that. You don't know what you'll do. You don't know what you'll do. If you don't spend time dealing with something, if you don't spend time working on something, examining something within yourself, you don't know what you'll do. See, and King David, like I said, that was the most loyal man in the Bible, one of them, until he did that, of course, But this man was so loyal that his soldiers were the most loyal soldiers throughout all the world. See, we love Leonidas and, Augustus of Sparta, right? And all of the Spartans. Themistocles, right, from Athens. But what David's soldiers did puts Leonidas and them to shame, makes them look like choir boys, And David's soldiers were like that because, David was so loyal. And he had an eye for talent. But he did this. And it is all because he had no control in that area. He didn't control that area. He didn't work on that. That was his weakness. And women, for a lot of us, man, is a weakness, is a great weakness. See, so the solution to this, so I'm not going to just sit here and talk about stuff and not present a solution. The solution to this is simple. It's you have to gain control. You have to go to the Lord for control. You have to seek His word. You have to find out what He say about women, what He say about how to deal with women, how to see women, how to treat women, right? And on top of this, just have it in your mind, have control in your mind. If you see a beautiful young lady, just understand that you don't have to bag her. I'm talking to the players right now. I'm talking to everybody, but this mainly goes to the players. You don't have to take her home, just because she's beautiful. You don't have to take every woman home. Now, to those that are there, those that are at this level of control, there's some that, I'm not speaking to everybody here, but there's some where, they see a bad girl and they're like, well, I can't just turn that down. That's where you at. There's some where they see a beautiful girl and they start talking to her, they start dating her, and they went out for 3 days, and he has the opportunity to smash in today's terms, right? And he has the opportunity to hit, and he's like, man, I can't turn that down. That's where he's at, There's some that's been dating their girls for like 6 months going on, a year, right? And they're struggling with not sleeping with their girl at all until marriage. There's many different levels, but at the end of the day, the common thread is control. How much time do you spend developing your control? You see, this isn't just with women. It could apply to many things, but I'm addressing this in terms of women right now, because there's not much control out here. There's not much control. It wouldn't be wise for anyone to leave their girl in the hands of a friend, a brother, anyone. Not today. Not today. Because no one has control. And these are things that we don't realize. Of course, you're not gonna realize it when you just sit on the couch and think about it. You're not gonna realize it then. But when you're in that situation and the rubber meets the road and it's time to make a decision, you're gonna realize what you have in you. You're gonna realize what you're capable of. And you don't wanna wait till the opportunity presents itself before you realize what you're capable of. You wanna work on that control now. That's why scripture always, make sure that they notify you when one of the characters, take care of their bodies. Because in a biblical sense, or just in a general sense, period, but in the Bible especially, when someone took care of their body, when they was in the gym, when they was working out, when they was in the field, really handling their business, that was a high sign of discipline. And that showed that this person lived a life of control, where they had control over their self, over their emotions, over their will. See? And this is a big deal. This is a big deal. So what are you doing to develop your control? Are you in the Word? Are you listening to positive people that are where you want to be? Are you listening to, now here's it, I'm about to do a little contrast, but are you listening to players? Are you listening to pimps? Or are you listening to husbands? Do you want to grow up to be a player? Do you want to grow up to be a pimp? Do you want to grow up to be a husband? If you're a player and your goal is to be a better player, you're going back. You're taking a step back in life. whether you realize it or not. Because, see, what a player does is they make mistakes every once in a while. And one of those mistakes is having kids for a player. And when that player has kids, that's a setback. And whether he realizes it or not, he's raising other players or other loose women. That's what he's raising, whether he realizes it or not. Because hey, what advice can a player give his son? I hope they don't do a sequel on Baby Boy where Jody and Yvette have kids and those kids grew up. I hope they don't do that, because that's gonna be another cycle. That's gonna be the cycle all over again. And we're gonna see, little Jody being Baby Boy, being a player. I don't want to see that. I'm sure it'll be a good movie, and I'm sure John Singleton could pull it off, but I don't want to see that. I want to see something a little more positive, something that we need to see, something different. After Get Out, I think we're done with, movies where brothers are getting abused by, all white families, and the brother gets a bad rep, right? Now, the difference in that one was that the brother was innocent. He wasn't no terrorist. He wasn't crazy or nothing like that. What was that other movie? Not Obsessed, but the one with Idris Elba and Taraji P. Henson. That was a little different, And, yeah, brothers, kind of got a bad rep for that one. But aside from all that, this isn't... this is real. This is real stuff. If you're a player, should I hit that? Should be a very strong question in your mind, and you should be thinking very strongly on this. If you're a real player, chances are you're not gonna have any control, and you're just gonna find out how you can do what you can do and get away with it. You're a serial player. A serial romantic. That's what you do. But I advise you to at least set it in your goals to slow down at one point in time, because players make mistakes too. And when you have kids, you're gonna have to make up for those mistakes. Not some of them, all of them. And you're gonna have to do things that's gonna erase out of the minds of your kids that you did certain things. I mean, if you're really gonna be successful, you're gonna have to raise them in an environment where they're so oblivious of the fact that you did what you did when you was coming up. Otherwise, you're gonna be bailing them out of the same situations. That's if you even plan to be there for your kids. See, because I need to do some videos on that too. See, so look, this is simple. Control. Get in the word. Get around husbands. Don't get around lost, dumb cats. Get around husbands. Get around people that have a rap sheet that you could follow and that you could respect. If you're talking to older players, don't take their advice, man. Don't take that advice. They can only teach you what they know. Because if they really understood the husband life and the benefits that came with it, they would have never became a player in the first place. Somebody say, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if to ask Gorgeous Dre. And that was a pimp. That was the best that undid it. See? So, this is what we're talking about here. This is what it's all about. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave y'all with that control. Get in the word, get around husbands. Really pick their brains. Ask them everything that you can. Have a pamphlet out. Pull your tablet out, whatever, and ask them everything. Allow these cats, if you grew up without a father, or with a father that wasn't the best example, build a this may sound weird, but work with me on this. Build a environment, build a clique of fathers, so that you can paint the picture of the perfect father figure in your mind. And you can put all these personalities, all this advice, all this game into one place in your mind. How can you lose with that? If you have that and you still lose, you wanted to lose. It is that plain and simple. You wanted to lose. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Stay up, subscribe, like, share. Much love. Stay wise.